Hi everyone, Frank Spangler again for Study English with Us. And in this English only lesson series, we are talking about idioms. And today, the one that we're going to learn is a rule of thumb. Let's get started. Have you ever heard someone say, as a rule of thumb, and wondered what on earth they're talking about? A rule of thumb. Well, I don't see anything about my thumb that would say anything about a rule. And of course, there are several different meanings for rule in English, and so it just makes it more and more confusing to people who are learning English. And so idioms are something that you have to learn each one, and that's why we're doing this series, so that it can help you become more fluent in English as you talk to your friends at work. If a friend should say something like, as a rule of thumb, listen to what they say after that, because what they're meaning is that the phrase that they say afterward is a general principle that you can follow and get good results. So, for example, if someone says, as a rule of thumb, you want to cook rice for about 18 minutes. Well, then you'll know that when you cook rice, you should time it out to be about 18 minutes, and in most cases, that will be a good time, and the rice will be done, as a rule of thumb. Now, it might vary depending on the altitude that you're at, and so it's not always correct, but as a rule of thumb, it's 18 minutes or so to cook rice. They might be telling you about important things you should know as you start at a new work site. Things that will help you fit in better. They might say, as a rule of thumb, you don't want to go interrupt the boss until she has had her coffee. As a rule of thumb. It doesn't mean that you would never talk to her before she's had her coffee, but generally speaking, it's a good idea not to go talk to the boss before she's had her coffee. As a rule of thumb, don't go talk to the boss until she has had her caffeine. Another example might be, as a rule of thumb, the harder you study, the better grades you will get. It's just a general rule of thumb. I hope you've enjoyed learning this idiom in English, a rule of thumb. And if you found it helpful, go ahead, give us a like, share it with your friends. And if you haven't yet done so, like us on Facebook, subscribe at YouTube. So long for now.